Hi Poopsies, it's me, Tony Bomboni ASMR. Welcome back with me and Poopsie. It's been a minute since you guys have seen her. She usually spends the mornings with me on the shoulder, especially on days where I'm so busy I don't have time to wipe myself. So before this video begins, if you're new here, if you can just take a moment to subscribe and tap the bell and hit all notifications. My dog is here as well. We usually hang out together. Not in this room. I used to start my mornings in this room, but I don't know why I stopped. But I go in usually the living room, but I just thought I'd film here today. So yeah, I brought them here because my pets usually hang out with me all morning while I do this routine so they don't be left alone, you know. But if you're new here and you haven't yet, and you could check out my website, tonybomboni.com, if you would like to book your own services from me using those coupon codes in the corner. I do offer many services on there. Please guys, please, I'm begging you, check out my ASMR albums. I know you guys are like, every month I'm seeing you guys are listening to my albums more and more, like every month, just more and more, little by little. But please check it out because it's wonderful. Okay, the editor did a wonderful job putting it all together. I don't know how they even do it, how they even extract the sound, no clue, but it's wonderful. So go check it out. And you can just listen, you know, on places like Spotify, Apple Music, all that stuff, without even having to go on YouTube. Like it's amazing. It's incredible. You know, a lot of times people tell me they listen to my videos when they go for a jog, when they even read a book like I'm about to do now. So basically, you poopsies, go check my website. Okay, I have everything on there you need. Okay, so let's continue. Yes, poopsie. Hi, honey. You guys asked how Poopsie is. She's alive and well. As you can see, she's fine. It's November. Oh my God, it's the day before Thanksgiving. November 2021. I forgot the exact day. I'll see now in my journal, but she's alive and well. I'm going to go see my family tomorrow for Thanksgiving, having off tomorrow. Of course. I usually have off Thursday through Sunday anyway, so it's fine. It's really rewarding knowing that this is the last work day sometimes. I have a lot of bookings to get to after I film this video and then another ASMR video. And then I'm off. It's just so rewarding to be like, yes, Thanksgiving is here. It's here. It's here. I can't even believe it. Like, child, November just started 2 days ago. It's already Thanksgiving. What? Am I losing track of time? I mean, like, I think everyone's feeling the same way though. So how I start my morning, Poopsie subscribers, is I drink a glass of tea. Right now I have nettle. Nettle is good for your iron absorption. It's stinging nettle, but it also can actually literally sting your stomach and make you go like really bad. So, but I like it. Today was the last day I had to use this disgusting tasting mouthwash. I had to use it for 2 weeks because I had like a cut in my gum that wouldn't go away. So after they fixed my cavity, they had prescribed me that mouthwash. So I literally just finished with it exactly 2 weeks later. I'm so glad because I'm tired of waking up with that bad taste and spending my morning with that bad taste. Like there's no water in the world that can wash it down. But tea does help. But yeah, I love tea. So every morning I just have one tea while I do my routine. You know, so I thought it'd be a cute, fun video, just spending my morning with you, Poopsies, just chill, casual, unshaven. I gotta just stop doing quick movements. She does not like that. Unshaven, glasses still on, PJ shirt still on. So I also eat sweets in the morning. Every morning, because I'm a spoiled brat. I have this chocolate cookie, and then this cookie my mama made. Mama Bomboni made this with powder and stuff, so there you go. If I don't have my sweet and my tea in the morning, I throw a hissy. Maybe it wasn't a good idea to put her here. I throw a hissy fit like Poopsie just does. I guess we all have our routines in our mornings, right? She certainly likes to, pluck her feathers, doesn't she? But I don't want the sound, like, it's so annoying and, like, not relaxing when she goes, it's like, shut up. But I don't know, she does something where she likes to, like, really pluck herself a lot, and it's like an anxiety disorder, so I didn't want to bring her on for so long, because I don't want people to judge her for that, and then she's, like, pulling her feathers, like, there's literally nothing they can do about it, and it is what it is, and she's getting a particular age. She's going to be 7, so I'm like, honestly, I've never even kept a pet alive that long, like, not even a bird, so I'm just amazed, like, it's a miracle that, like, yeah, like, it's weird, like, I can't even keep a plant alive, like, I don't know how. So anyway, okay, we're gonna remove Poopsie. Give me a moment. Yeah, I did not want you to keep hearing that so I had to put her away. So I'm gonna read this book by Nastasia Ponomarenko. Never heard of her in my life, but she apparently has this company called Fit Nasty or something like that. So I really don't know what it is, but I thought, like, the book looked good in Amazon, so I bought it. And for a young girl, she knows a lot. So, from dust to discipline, achieve your fullest potential. So I was like, okay, let me read it out. And then I didn't expect her to really, like, dig in. Like, some books really get in your ego and get on your nerves. This book did that for me, which is a good thing because, you want to grow. So a lot of stuff I needed to hear that was, like, humbling and down to earth. And I was like, oh, dang. So I need my daily dose of that. If I don't, I'm never going to be humble. I'm never going to be a good person. I need my daily dose of hitting me below the belt. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's very oddly rewarding and satisfying to torture yourself every morning. I don't know why I like to do it, but anyway. Yeah. Most people don't enjoy reading. I do love to read, don't get me wrong. I've been reading since a little kid. It's just, like, I've never read, like, up until the age of about 22, 23 years old, self-help, motivational books. And once I switched from entertaining books, which does nothing for your growth, besides new vocation, I suppose, writing better essays, whatever. I guess writing better books, right? Once I started, it changed my life forever, and I'll never look back. That's all I'm going to say about that. Holy Bible, I read a chapter a day, okay? Sometimes even if I don't understand the chapter, I know I can always go back and reread it later. Sometimes I reread it like 2 or 3 times just to make sure I know what it's talking about, how it relates to my life, how it relates maybe to my day, maybe there's a message I need to hear. So that's what I do. This is the New King James Version. That's the only one I'll read because apparently that's the most legit one. And then my journal, which I just finished filling out halfway because it's really big. Like, it actually took me 3.5 months to fill it halfway, so I'm not going to be done with this one until beginning of March, I would say. And basically every morning I just write my thoughts for the day or what happened yesterday, and I do this in the morning because if I don't, I know I'm never going to get this done. I'm always going to put it off, and that's something I learned through reading books, taking courses, attending conferences. Like, you have to have that routine every day to succeed, and I love to succeed. I love to get ahead in life. I love to just not be stagnant, not do the same thing, not be in the same position as majority of people. That's something that I prefer to do. That makes me feel, I guess, better about life, and like it gives you some sense of control over your situation, even if there's nothing you can do to stop a certain thing from happening. Like, it can always come up in life, like a health problem or something, an accident. Journaling helps me release that. So let's see what we can release today. Actually, though, before I do begin, I usually spend time on my phone, which I don't have on me right now, and that's okay because I don't want to be rude. This is a video, you know. I don't want to like be on my phone and I'm like filming myself on my phone. That's kind of weird. So I'm just gonna eat. These cookies are so good. She made this like dough pastry that kind of, you roll it up and there's jam in there and then you put powdered sugar on top. Oh, it's so good. Oh. I can't wait to have good old turkey tomorrow. A real turkey, not that deli turkey. So, you know, we usually forget turkeys in our sandwich sometimes, you know. Sometimes it's in our pasta. It's not like we only have it once a year, you know. But a real turkey, like, yeah, that's usually once a year. Do they even sell turkeys in like March or May or whatever? They should. Oops. I made a mess. That's why I don't like eating here. I get that out of the way, I eat first. And then I wash my hands so I don't have to like touch my stuff with dirty hands, you know. You know, it takes forever to wake up in the morning. Like really wake up. So I feel like working your mind by writing and reading does something. I know other people like to do their like exercise, like there's like 20 minutes exercise, 20 minutes of reading, 20 minutes of talking to God. And I'm like, child, honey, child, no, you are not going to ask me to sweat first thing in the morning. Honey, there's a limit to my success. Like, I work out once a week. I ain't about to do that, okay? Like set the alarm clock for 5, 6 in the morning. No, I'm gonna wake up at 8, 9, okay? That's what makes me happy. It doesn't feel like you're wasting your day away, you know? Like some people like to believe. You shouldn't feel guilty for getting sleep. I usually get like 8, 10 hours of sleep, no joke. It's so important for you. You remain young and you heal faster. Especially if you do a lot during the day, it's like you really need that recovery downtime. And especially if you don't really have much time to really take care of you. Yeah. It's like an Italian cookie, but sprinkles, and they kind of layer like 2 cookies and put some filling in between. But it's not like a heavy chocolate, which is good. It was so cold this morning. Oh my god. I went outside with Paco and I was shivering and he was shivering. I'm almost done with Nastasia's book. I'm gonna read another book next. I just keep it going. Always something to learn from someone. It keeps you open-minded and even if you don't agree with what someone says. I'm gonna go wash my hands. Oh, I just sneezed really bad. Oh, and I have this like pimples under my nose. I think it's like the cold sore version of a nose on the nose, right? Like I get that sometimes. I'd rather the nose than the lip, honestly, any day. Oh God, it's horrible. It hurts though when you bump it, even with a tissue. Oh, you can't even blow your nose. It's cold weather. Yet I still wear shorts and a t-shirt. Shame on me. Okay. I start with a journal, then I do the Bible, then I do the book, then I'm done. So kind of a long video. It does take me kind of an hour to do my whole routine in the morning. Some days. And obviously it's taking longer. Like I'm dragging my butt because I'm talking, but yeah. So basically, yesterday was the 20. No way. Yesterday was the 20. I thought today was like the 25th. Okay, today's the 24th. So I'm gonna begin. Obviously, it's private, so I'm just gonna write so you can enjoy writing sounds. So I'll get up close to the mic and just start writing. How my day was. Just gotta pause and say I know I did do this before. I wrote in my journal and read from my book in a video, but I more wanted to make this video a specific theme of just hanging out with me first thing in the morning. Maybe you're doing something similar. Maybe I encourage you to do self-help therapy every morning like this as well, only if you feel it's fit for you. Maybe you only do it once while watching this video, right? Maybe you get something out of it and you're like, hey, this isn't so bad. I needed this. I realized things. Maybe I can do this some more. never pressure yourself to do something you don't want to do. Just saying. I find doing this stuff also helps if you're like retired. I know that sounds weird, but sometimes I feel like I've been retired for many years because I just work from home. Like, it's just, you know, I don't have to drive to a physical job, and sometimes it's like I really don't have much to do during the day, so this kind of takes the time out of my day, which it doesn't really take the time. I don't like saying that because it's like, okay, you're like wasting your life. No, you know, this is obviously all beneficial to your life. It's just sometimes there's just nothing to do during the day, and it's like you need that time filler. You know what I'm saying? Like, it almost feels like I'm back in school, and that's healthy for me. It works my mind because I'm very forgetful sometimes, and I definitely, knock on wood, don't want to get early Alzheimer's. So I feel like that's like a way to continue working my brain, especially firing it first thing in the morning like that. Like, that might help some of you. I know I have a lot of older viewers, older than me. Not old, you're not old, but 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, who are watching this channel. So maybe, you know, that can help you instead of just like reading newspaper or articles or doing puzzles. You know, you always need something to fire that brain. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because I notice ever since you get out of school, it's like it starts to decline. Like, you pay attention less, and you're like, wait, what? Like, what did he say? Like, so that's just me though. But doesn't mean I'm not intelligent. Okay. Last time I checked, I had like 135 IQ, I think it was. Something like that. I don't know. Not that that counts for anything. I'm still a dumb blonde in many other ways. And you know what I found out? Ramble time. That like if you're the second sibling, like you're basically less intelligent than the first one. And I think that's true because my brother always got like straight A's and like, oh my God, like the highest honor rolls and whatever. And he passed all his AP courses. I could just sometimes barely get by. And I'm like, well, yeah, his IQ is probably like 150, right? It doesn't feel good knowing that I'm the dumber sibling, though, because I'm second born. But, oh well. I guess the mother gives, like, the most nutrients to the first baby, then the second one's like, you're just the second baby. I'll give you a little bit. Does that mean I'm underdeveloped? See, that's another dumb blonde time. Anyway. on stressful days, I'm listening to ASMR on very low volume while I do this. Because sometimes my mind gets so overactive and I freak out. Like, I don't know. This is why I so believed I have like a little bit of autism, because I swear, like the other day I was freaking out about something, and then like one of my family just put something on the TV that was relaxing, and I just got so like mesmerized by it. I just was like, that was my only focus, and I got so calm, and I couldn't stop like looking at the screen. Like, I need something to stimulate me sometimes, so this helps me, especially, on the first thing in the morning. Sometimes I cry for no reason, or I just get really, really a lot of anxious ruminating thoughts that could lead into a panic attack. So I need something to stimulate that, to calm me down. You know what I'm saying? So there's many reasons why I do this, and it's helped me dramatically, actually. It really has. I wish I did this stuff sooner. But I never take anything for it. For anything I've ever struggled with, I'm just kind of raw dog in life. I don't like to take stuff because I don't like how it makes me feel. And I have a sensitive stomach, so it starts to hurt. Stuff I don't like to take too long. And I just sort of read back what I wrote so I can refresh it in my mind and maybe get something out of it. And mostly, if it's a summary, wrote like something about my preps, because I nowadays consider myself a prepper, so I just been like, okay, did I make sure to get more of this? Did I make sure to get more of that, And even when I'm like getting ready for my day, getting my birds water for the day, my dog's food bowl and water, shaking my bed sheets out, fixing some dishes left over, getting myself food. Like, I just am listening sometimes to preppers, survival preppers, like, they get you motivated for the day. So that's all part of my routine. Like, that's all I really do. That's my exercise. It's training my mind. I think training your mind to be more strong and resilient is so important. I'm not going to lie. It was hard at first. I was like depressed. I was like, oh my God, when I started waking up and realizing what's actually going on, I was like, oh my God, like everything is it felt like everything was a lie, allegedly, like I was like, oh my God, like, oh my God, like really, oh my God. So it took me a while, and I had to learn how to be stronger. And that was a moment in time where I'm like increasing even the repetitions of my exercise, gaining more. And just doing more, and it was hard at first, and I felt weak. I felt like I couldn't do it, but as soon as you're at that breaking point, that's when you break the ceiling and you can get through. And, hearing this stuff every day, now it doesn't even faze me. I'm like hearing about oh my God, like these preppers talk about tragedy like every day, and like it doesn't even faze me. I'm like, yeah, I'm prepared, I'm ready, I know what's coming. You know, at least I'm getting there. I'm not saying I'm fully prepared, not yet for sure. Like some preppers are, but like I'm working on it every day, and I feel more secure. And you know, there's also a way where you can't be too afraid. You know, if you prepare too much, you're too afraid. You know what I'm saying? Like you have to have some faith, right? So this is where for me this time every morning is a reminder of that. Like, you know, and I don't do this every morning. You know, like, oh my God, I would go crazy. Like, obviously, I have to have peace some mornings. You know, I just don't want to even hear it. So that's when I pop in ASMR or nothing. Sometimes I don't listen to anything at all, just my own thoughts or just peace and quiet in the home. You know, you don't always have to stimulate your mind, because I feel like you're never truly going to be in a place of peace if you're constantly needing to stimulate. But that's just how my brain operates. Like, it's hard for me sometimes to even fall asleep without headphones and my phone, because of those thoughts. Like, you know, those thoughts you'll randomly get, like, what if you fail? You're a loser. You'll never be good enough. You'll never do this. You know, and they eat you. And I don't really get them anymore. That was more during like early 20s, teenage years, but I feel like it's still a healthy reminder to, yeah, you know, put the phone down sometimes when you need it, you know. And a lot of people say this, but I truly don't think they practice what they preach, honestly. They're like, oh yeah, put the phone down before bed and don't look at it first thing in the morning. I can't do that. I just can't. I tried. I just can't. I just can't. Like, that's just me, right? Like, I'm overactive. Even Virgos, like, their nervous system and their stomach is overactive. Like, I would say almost neurotic sometimes. Like, I just can't. I always have to do something. Otherwise, I'm going to, like, lose my mind. I just can't sit down and do nothing. Like, literally, I just can't. So, that's just me, though. That's sort of part of why I post daily content. Like, I just can't not, you know, it's not, I just can't, right? Like, it's not my nature to not do that, right? Like, some people are like, oh my God, I post once a month and I feel like I'm dying. That's you. That's not me, okay? We're all different. Let's respect that in each other. Let's appreciate. I wish more people accepted that we're all different, that we're not going to be the same. So that's what I don't like about motivating books. Sometimes I like to ignore the parts where they go into like, oh yeah, you should never do this. Like, honey, that worked for you. That does not work for me, okay? Like, you know what I'm saying? If you're able to pluck that aside and not let it bother you, you'll do just fine. Okay, right now I'm on Joshua 20. Joshua 20. It's a really short one. It won't take long. That was my roof. Okay. Understood loud and clear. That was a pretty easy, simple one to understand. Just a place where they can have refuge until they're acquitted. The cities of refuge. Pretty simple, straightforward. It's not rocket science. Yeah. Joshua was a bit harder for me to understand, though, overall. But yeah, sometimes some chapters and passages are like, oh my god, it's like the same thing over and over again. Like for like 2 weeks straight, you're just gonna read like, oh, they put this together and they put this silver and this gold in here and then they put the white sheet over, and I'm like, oh my god, when is this literally gonna end? But that's a goal. I want to read the whole Bible, and that's the only way I can do it, is just one little bit at a time, piece by piece. I think I would just pull all my hair out. Not that that would even be possible. If I try to sit there and read like 10 pages a day, I just, no. Same with the book. I just, one chapter a day. I literally can't take anymore because, again, sometimes there's something they say that bothers you so much, that gets on your nerves so much. You literally just can't, like, I'm not gonna lie, like, I'm so sensitive that sometimes I'll read a page, and I'll think about what they said in one sentence. That whole day, it will just bother me. It will eat me so much. Like, why did they have to say it that way? It's almost like I take it personally, even though this book is obviously not written just for one person, right? Like, but it gets on your nerves so much that, yeah, so there you go. But that's what these books do to you. It's like they get on your nerves so you can promote positive change. Oh my god, that's so funny. I literally just turned to chapter 21. It says, be the change you want to see. Like I just said, positive change. That's hilarious. This one is, I think, 6 pages. So I'm just going to hear some page flipping and reading from my end. So she wrote this when she was 20. Oh my god, I was just amazed. Like, wow. She didn't even go to college. Well, she did, like, very, very short. I guess these books kind of inspire you in a way, because it's like you can't do exactly what they're doing because there's so many authors out there and creators and creative minds, but you sort of are building your own secret formula as an alchemist to create what success is for you. So these books kind of just make you aware that they keep saying this time and time again, this keeps working for some people. Why can't it work for me? That's all it is. I can't believe I forgot to say what this book was about. Well, it's From Dust to Discipline. So basically it's like, yeah, as she says, achieve your fullest potential. A guide for young adults striving for success. Like, it really is about, sort of like I said, just a formula, like what's worked for this person who wrote this book and how life shaped them into who they were today, and how they didn't just conform into what society was deeming at the time necessary for her, or like, you should go to college and get tradition. And I related so much to this girl. She's Belarusian. Her family's from Russia. So my family's Eastern Europe. So I'm like, yeah, like I relate totally to what they say. Even like the fact that sometimes family was hard on you growing up to humble you. Like, they really were not like maybe the nicest sometimes to you, because it's like that was their culture. That's how they were raised. Like, if you're looking pretty today, like, they're gonna say you're ugly just to humble you, right? It's just kind of the culture. And but that messes with your head, right? With your self-esteem and your confidence. So, like there was even a chapter, like I literally was like crying, like reading this because I was like, oh my God, I could relate to the girl so much. So overall, I really love this book, and it's a pretty long read. And I think it really gets down to the core. And I wish it sold more copies because it's really an amazing book. But I'm sure it will very soon. It's a very spiritual book too. Thank you for spending morning with me. This is very nice. I feel really good energy in this room right now. Maybe you can read your own book, pause this video whenever pause your reading whenever I'm talking or something like that. It feels like I'm reading in a library with a friend or something. Okay, I'll shut up, sorry. The truth will set you free, amen. Whenever there's a Bible verse, I always repeat it out loud. There's a difference when you say it out loud versus just reading it in your mind. This is really hitting deep. It's so cold in the house. I don't want to put the heater because, our heating bill is going to be so expensive soon. My dog is wrapped in a blanket. But my tea got cold fast. Oh my God, I can relate so much to her, literally. It's hilarious. It's like we live in the same house. stuff. This girl is so wise. Oh my gosh. Oh my God. Okay. Amazing. Work of art. Thank you for joining me. I'm just about done with my tea. Yep, all finished for the morning. I'm gonna get started now by filming another ASMR. I'm so grateful for all of you. I'm glad I get to share a peak of a moment in my day. Even though it's quite personal, it feels very cozy to do this. It doesn't feel like embarrassing at all. It feels like I'm just hanging with a friend. So it's very nice, especially during these days and times we sometimes feel at a loss for words, confused on what to do next. Sometimes it feels like we don't have anyone. But, reach out. Reach out to someone today who you think needs to hear from you, Especially if a person's like young, 20, 30, you don't know what they're going through. They're probably living the life of a 60, 70, 80-year-old, right? Like, in my case, like, I feel like I'm retired sometimes, right? Like, because I even enjoy what I do so much that it doesn't even feel like work. It just feels like a hobby, really. It always did feel like a hobby. Like pottery or sculpting or painting, But we all live different lives. There's no judgment in that. But basically this chapter was just saying overall, I like her chapters because they're not, even if the chapter just says one specific thing, it's not just that one specific thing. She goes into detail. She really taps into her higher self, I think, through this work. And sometimes I get confused because looking back, I'm like, wait, what did she just say overall? Because there was so much in one chapter alone that you don't even know overall what it was about. So you have to look back at the chapter title to remind yourself, like, oh, okay. But overall, she was just trying to say of many things that you want to be the change that you want to see in the world, right? People are so miserable, so unhappy, they don't even say thank you when you open the door for them, or they don't smile, ask how are you. That's why I say reach out. Reach out to people. It's so important. You don't know what they're going through. And yeah, that's all for this video. Thank you, Poopsies, for watching and joining me. And yeah, I feel more energized. I feel a lot better, actually. So it helps. Notice your energy. If you feel better after doing something, keep going, keep at it. It's helping you in many ways. So I appreciate and love you all so much. And I will see you in the next one. Take care now. Bye-bye.